Hello and welcome everybody to episode 7 of the podcast. I'm Michael.
I'm Noé.
And we are the Knights of Entertainment, a podcast covering topical news and deep dives into your favorite and unknown comic books, movies, games, and more weekly. We appreciate you tuning in and hope you enjoy the show. Tonight we are covering...
Okay, let me get this out of the way. We're covering the very first episode of that new show, Velma. So,
God.
Buckle up for it.
But before we do, we're going to get a little bit of top news out of the way.
I have some news.
What news do we have?
So, I'm subscribed to two things only on YouTube. I'm subscribed to game trailers, and I'm subscribed to Knights of Entertainment. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sorry. Don't listen to me. I'm just bullshitting. But yeah, those are the two things I follow. And because I love video games, it's probably like there's not safe for work stuff, video games, and then everything below that. That's the list. That's what I'm into. Like not safe for work stuff, which you know what that means. Video games, mysteries, spy stuff. I'm pretty much food. I always wanted to be I want my own Michelin star. That'd be awesome. So I'm watching game trailers today, and one of the games that comes out is called I Am Jesus Christ. And I'm watching it, and it is legit. You play first person as Jesus Christ throughout his life up until his resurrection. And it's not...
Isn't that a little sacrilegious?
It's not tongue-in-cheek. It is 100% serious. Like, you're walking on water. You're meeting with your 12 disciples. You're... Lazarus, rising him from the dead or raising him from the dead. And I'm like, you're making water into wine. I'm like, oh boy.
Now, is it funded by any kind of like nonprofits or anything?
No, I think it's just like just some indie game company. So in Poland, they're like, let's make a Jesus game. And they sure did. And
I'll give them credit. Nobody's done it so far, so.
No, and it's interesting. I wouldn't play it, but more to you.
You don't want to be crucified in the game?
Oh man, I can't even imagine how bad it's going to be. Just whipping the hell out of you. You're carrying a cross in first person view.
You know it's going to stir up a bunch of people, though.
Hey man, I'm just minding my own business. It's got nothing to do with me. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
First, I'm trying not to breathe. My bad.
First bit of news. Bruce Willis's family has come out and said that he has frontal lobe dementia.
Yeah, I saw that on the news too. That's fucking terrible.
That is a huge hit to most action movies. He was one of the best actors, I think, or at least had some of the best action type movies, at least for popcorn films and stuff.
He may have been, didn't he like usher in that genre to begin with Die Hard?
Yeah.
That was like the first real action movie.
Yeah, I mean, aside from like Sylvester Stallone, and we already know how you feel about him.
God. I am the law.
The next one is Richard Belzer has died at 78. He was
the CSI, the Law SVU, Order. Yeah. Law he was my boy. Yep. Munch. Damn. Yep.
He passed away.
I saw that too. Fuck.
Yeah. So that's already two people that...
two people just knocked out. Damn it.
So you got Bruce Willis, and he's not even 60.
He's not even that old?
No.
Fuck.
I don't believe so, anyway.
That sucks.
And then Richard, he was only 78, which is kind of up there, but there's people that live longer than that.
It was his time. I'm sorry, he was so mad at me.
It'll just be a new episode of Law & Order, How did he die?
Oh, yeah. Well, I hope they do it. I hope they do him service. Like, make a good, compelling episode. Give him some, in memory of or in honor of at the end. And There you go.
And finally, we have Sebastian Stan is supposed to take on the role of Iron Man in the new movies. Not playing Iron Man himself, but taking on that leadership role in the new movies.
Cool.
So,
well, I'll give him a chance.
You'll get a Winter Soldier as the lead.
We get a fucking war criminal as a hero. Let's all forget all the murders he did.
I mean, but what does that tell you about this new phase of Marvel coming out, that you have to have Winter Soldier basically take over this lead role for the Avengers type series?
Well, I mean, they need to... Because that's the thing. So they had their time between the 10 years that was the original setup of the MCU up to what we have now, or Infinity War and Endgame, and like they're just trying to fit a new, like they're trying to keep it fresh, but at the same time keep a little nostalgia, I guess, because he's from the original the original universe setup, all the way back from episode 1. They're trying to keep some familiar faces along with new ones.
Yeah.
I just go with the flow, honestly. Like just show me something. I don't care. I like the universe that they created. I know people are upset. They don't like She-Hulk. They don't like Captain Marvel. I'm like, it's just enjoy it. I do. That's pretty much how I see it. Like every new episode, every new show, every new movie, I'll just watch it without any expectations of something more. Like I just accept what it is that you're showing me.
So basically what you're saying is to look at it as popcorn film or TV and just
go with the flow.
You don't have to love it.
Right. You could be like, I never liked every single episode of Seinfeld. Still a good show.
Yeah.
I don't like Friends at all. I don't know who does. Still a good show, I hear. I doubt it.
Every girl ever is who likes Friends.
Guess my cousin Eddie's... I'm gonna stop talking before my family gets mad at me again. You ever say stuff in family gatherings and... Never mind.
All right, that's all the news that we have for today, though.
All right. So now we move on to Velma.
Oh, this will be something.
This episode is going to be like, we pretty much just cut off, right? And then we came back and we had no idea what we're talking about. It's going to be real fun for you guys. Just know how we are. So we're talking about season 1 of Velma, a very divisive show that I've ever seen recently. My God, the backlash.
Yeah.
So
some of it warranted, let's be fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into all of it. So season 1, episode 1. Episode 1's called Velma as well. So Velma. They're off to a great start. So we start the episode. Velma's doing a little voiceover about how the Scooby gang started.
Right.
By the way, Scooby-Doo's not even in this so far from episode 1. So they changed her ethnicity to Indian or Middle Eastern, which I don't really mind. I don't really care, honestly. Whatever makes you happy for your creative. It's creative. It's a fictional character. You can mess around with it if you want. So she's talking about how she was the one that started the Scooby gang. It wasn't Fred and his weird sex van. This show's rated R, by the way. It's rated R for real. Sorry, I hit my mic. And
how do you change Scooby-Doo into an R-rated show?
By doing what they did in this show. So while she's giving the voiceover about it's a lot of meta, so it's hard to explain. Like she's talking about how mostly people that solve mysteries are handsome and have good skills, but not me, or some shit like that. I don't know. So I'll just go over what I was seeing on screen and avoid, because a lot of it, the dialogue was just so meta. Like it was constantly nagging about TV tropes or tropes in society and all that stuff. And it's like, where's the storyline at?
Instead of a bunch of bitching.
Like it's just like, yeah, I was pretty much complaining from this to this, from like on social situations and stuff. And I'm like, I understand.
Yeah.
I get it. But at the same time, you're trying to, where's the story at? You can tell a social situation within a story by showing, not telling. You know what I mean?
Right.
They did a lot of telling. All they did was telling, no showing. So we begin the episode. There's a quick shot of her fucking iconic orange sweater. Mm-hmm. And her room's a fucking mess, by the way. There's a fucking bowl of spaghetti in a fucking bookshelf. And
but doesn't that specific part about her being cluttered doesn't that go against the original? As her being like tidy, neat.
I don't remember anything about the original. It's been so long. I have to rewatch the episodes.
Yeah. I
don't know any about her old tropes. I know that she'd say jinkies all the time.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the climax. I don't really know. So, the room's a mess. We go across a bookshelf, and the book's on the shelf. Let me tell you. So book 1 was History of Fog. I don't know. Here's a meta one right here. The book of books seen on TV shows.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how. The next book is, so you can't afford audiobooks. The last one was weird. It said scuba do's and don'ts. So I guess she likes to scuba dive. I don't know. And after the books, we see a mask from one of the original episodes, which after I do this episode, I'll talk about that episode, which is shorter. So we have to talk about Where Are You, Scooby-Doo episode from 1970. Stick around. So Velma keeps narrating, and she's like, so this is my origin story, bitches, and it all started with a murder. So this is the origin of how the Scooby Gang, within this universe, because I think I read somewhere that this is its own pocket universe.
Yeah.
Its own, variant.
Right.
Ever since freaking Loki and the multiverse, now everything's a goddamn variant. Which is okay, fine. Rick and Morty. 100 years. Except for that one guy that's no longer on Rick and Morty.
Yeah, and apparently, side note, and more allegations are coming out. So.
Well, good job, you stupid bastard. That's what you get.
Yeah.
So right before the little scene ends, there's a closet, and in the closet it's a box, and it's it's been untouched for a long time. The box is open. There's like a fucking cobweb on it, and in the box is like little detective solving kit, like fingerprint kit. What I write down? Yeah, fingerprint testing kit, magnifying glass, a couple of books, and she's left it untouched, and we find out in a little bit why. So she grabs her phone off the table. It's got 5 missed calls from Norville already on there. Now Norville is Shaggy. That's his real name. His name is Norville Shaggy Rogers. So it pans out. It pretty much like slides out. You know, like the fucking slide swipe they do.
Yeah.
In TV shows and movies to another scene, and we cut to Crystal Cove High. And then we transition to the girls' locker room. It is a fucking shithole in there. Like, I'm like, what kind of... It's like just a ratty fucking... The lights are dim. It's just a ratty looking locker room.
Yeah.
And there's one girl just by herself in the locker room. She's got a purple shower cap on, a towel, some sandals. Yeah, you should always wear sandals when you take a shower in public places. End up getting warts and shit if you don't. It just what's it called? Public service announcement. Wear some sandals when you shower the gym. And she's by herself. She's locking her locker. She got her stuff. I'm gonna call her a shower cap for now because we don't know who she is. And she hears something and she's like, Brenda? And Brenda doesn't. There's no reply. And she looks up behind her and there's a little bag of chips on the floor. And out comes a cockroach. And she's like, oh, disgusting. And then another cockroach comes out and begins to fuck the first cockroach. And I'm like, okay, so this is that kind of show. All right, whatever. So she leaves. And then as she's leaving, some big-ass boot comes down and kills both cockroaches. Like an ominous boom. Like it's like stalking the shower cap chick is what it makes it seem like. So Shower Cap joins a whole bunch of other girls in the shower. They're all ass naked. They're all high schoolers too, so what the fuck. But all you see is ass, but all their like breasts and their everything else is covered by soap in the perfect spots. And we go straight into a fucking meta thing. Like, I got a question of the day, girls. She takes her towel off, so now she's naked too. But she got her sandals on. Keep your sandals on in the shower. And she's like... These are all the popular girls, which you find out later. Like, they're all part of the same clique. They all just be happening in the shower at the same time. And she asked, how do you feel about the thing that TV shows have in the first pilot episode, where there's gratuitous sex and nudity, but not so much in the later seasons? And she's like, oh, you're talking about Game of Thrones, huh? That's what I was thinking. A lot of titties in Game of Thrones in the first episode. Yeah. But then again, throughout the whole series, I don't know.
It was off and on.
Yeah, but it was really a lot. They tried to do abundance in the first one, I think.
Hey, it got the views.
It sure did.
And it got people to start watching it for the story.
And it also got people into freaking brothers and sisters, you nasty fucks.
Yeah. Oh. That opened the floodgates.
Yeah, they're like, oh, if it's okay on HBO, it's okay for me. Hey brother, come here, big brother. So... And it's all meta, and like there's no storyline here. I'm like, oh, here we go. So I don't know what to write about, right? So they all agree with her. Like Shower Cap is like, I hate when they do that. It's disgusting. And everyone's like, yeah, you're right, Shower. You can tell she's the leader. Like, you're right, Shower Cap. You got a good point. Like, you're right. I hate nudity and all that other stuff. So then this other chick comes in. She's like, you know what? I actually like it when they do that. New shows, they need a hook to draw viewers in. And Shower Cap's like, the only thing shows need is good storytelling. and then the other chick's like, she had chestnut hair, like brown hair. So I'm going to call her Chestnut. She's like, oh yeah, Shower Captain, how come you were fawning over when Betty and Veronica kissed in the pilot episode of Riverdale? And she's like, what? So they start fucking fighting. They start fucking fighting. At one point, Shower Cap knocks Chestnut to the ground. And she's on her stomach on the floor, and she's grabbing her head, and she's fucking dunking it into a puddle of water, drowning her. She's like, and I'm like, oh my God. So it is a murder in the first episode. And she's got a real evil look on her face too, Shower Cap. So then out of the darkness in the locker room comes that person with the boots on. They got a hoodie, their face is covered, and they got this big ass cane. I don't know what the fuck. I watched this episode 3 times. I'm like, what the fuck are you carrying? It looks like it's just a big ass, it looked like a candy cane, just a massive fucking cane that would be too big for someone to walk with, right? Like a fucking staff is what it looked like. And this person smashes the fuck out of Shower Cap, knocks her into some lockers, and her fucking shower cap falls off, and this flowing red hair comes down, and like, oh, it's Daphne. You realize it's Daphne. And they go into another meta joke or meta topic, which I won't get into because I'm like, oh boy, already it's been 3 minutes. And I'm
already all these meta topics.
I'm worn the fuck out already. So they're and fucking Hoodie takes their hood off, right? The attacker, it's fucking Velma. So it was just to them, like, I guess she was trying to save her friend, or she wanted to kill Daphne. I don't know what the fuck was happening. They hate each other. So Velma and Daphne are arguing, and they finally, everything calms down. By the way, Daphne's Asian American, which is fine, I guess. It doesn't bother me. And they're like, everything calms down. All the meta stuff is done, thank God. And Velma goes to open her locker. Opens her locker, and inside her locker is Brenda, the one that Daphne called earlier. She's like, and Velma's like, Brenda, what are you doing in my locker? And Brenda falls over. She's dead. She hits the ground, and the top of her head pops up. Like, it just pops off. And she's got no brain inside. So they're all fucking freaking out and screaming. And then, what happened after that? I'm all over the place. So then the fucking theme song plays. Everybody's like, oh yeah, the theme song, hooray. I hope you guys don't hear you don't hear the paper, do you? So the theme song plays, Velma, her little title, everything. And when we get back, Velma's in the police interrogation room, and she's got one arm chained to the fucking table like they do. Mm-hmm. And she's like, well, damn, they arrested her quick as fuck for what? I'm thinking, for what? They found it, and this fucking, so she's thinking, she's just sitting there, and something whispers, who killed Brenda, Velma? And this fucking ghoul hand grabs her by the shoulder. And I'm like, oh shit, it's gotten interesting now. And Velma's freaking out. She's like, you're not real, you're not real, you're not real. And you hear someone in the further up says, like, what's not real, honey? And it turns, and the ghoul disappears. And at the doorway is 2 cops. And Velma says something about something. I forgot what she said about something not being real. But they sit down to talk to her. And you find out that they're Daphne's adopted lesbian moms.
God.
Both detectives. Yeah.
This is how many minutes in?
47 seconds is what it feels like.
There is so much damn diversity packed into this little box. My God.
And there's no story. It's just the only story so far.
That's what I'm saying. There's all this diversity, but it has went nowhere yet.
And there's so much meta. Like I just want to. I like diversity and stuff and new like shows, and like when it's within a story structure that's an actual good story, right?
Right. Like, okay, I have nothing against diversity in general, but if you do diversity just for diversity's sake, you get
pointless.
nowhere.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless. Yeah.
Like, because number one, okay, if you want, I'll put it this way: if you want diversity in a lot of things now, you're trying to do it to show that you have a diverse cast or a diverse script, stuff like that. But if you force it onto people, you're not going to get the result of people actually watching it because they're going to be bored of it. You've already got all this diversity. You have all this meta stuff going on already.
The meta stuff is what's killing me. I'm like, oh my god, like I want a good mystery. That's what Scooby Doo was known.
That was the whole point.
And I'm like, man, there's nothing that's driving me fucking crazy. So
I'm getting it secondhand. It's like,
hey, we're gonna do 10 episodes of this, 10 weeks, people. Buckle up. we're gonna solve this murder one way or another ourselves. So you find out that they're, Daphne's parents, and you find out that Velma and Daphne used to be really close friends when they were kids.
right.
But then it stopped 2 years ago. Here's when it starts getting a little good. Like you can tell the kernels of good in between the fucking madness of meta. 2 years ago, her mom disappeared. Velma's mom. And Velma changed after that. And Velma says, I didn't change. Daphne changed. She became hot, and she started hanging out with all the cool kids, and she left me behind. So it's like a back and forth argument. So, so they know that Velma didn't kill Brenda. And
right.
here's what they actually, not verbatim, but what they say is like, but we're so bad at our jobs as cops. If you don't find out who killed Brenda in 24 hours, we're going to arrest you anyway. And I'm like, well, damn. So now she has 24 hours to find out who. Normally, the cops would, if in a regular show, they would have let her go, right?
Right.
But she would like, no, someone put Brenda in my locker, and I got to figure out why. They would take it upon themselves to solve it. Instead of, they have to be forced to solve it because they're going to get arrested in 24 hours. So Velma leaves. She checks her phone and she has hundreds of missed calls from Shaggy. I'm going to call him Shaggy. I don't know his name is Norville, but it's Shaggy to me.
Shaggy will always be Shaggy.
Right. And he's just back, like run one right after the other. I'm like, damn, Shaggy, you simping hard. And on the way outside down the stairs, she's walking down the stairs. And police stations are always like upstairs for some reason, I've noticed.
Yeah, always shows.
Yeah, they always walk upstairs to a police station, and she bumps into Fred, and Fred is still Whitey McWhite. He's the whitest boy that's ever lived. He's still white as fuck. Like they didn't change him at all. They changed everybody else. They kept Freddy. They kept Freddy. You know who does the voice for Fred? I found out in the show, the actor that does Dennis in Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was surprised too. I'm like, oh, cool. That makes sense now why he's the way he acts in the show. So they bump into each other, and she has a huge crush on Freddy. She's like, oh, Freddy, it's me. He's like, who the fuck are you? He's got no idea who she is. She's like, it's me, Velma. You cheat off me in Spanish because you think I'm Mexican. But listen, we got in trouble on a YouTube video because I've made a Mexican joke. I'm Mexican. I can say whatever I want. You leave us alone on YouTube.
Okay, so basically we already have a love triangle. Because you got Shaggy that's calling out Velma as a sim. You have Velma that likes Freddy.
Oh, believe me, there's more than one love. It's like a love square.
Love square.
You'll find out why. So Daphne shows up because her parents work there.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, Fred," and then they start making out, and you find out that Fred and Daphne are dating in this little universe. And Velma leaves, and Daphne fucking. How do I put this? She fucking manhandles Fred's ass. Like she puts a fucking she squeezes the meat off of the bone. And then Fred's like, oh, no, Daphne, not here, not now. And she's like, Daphne's like, well, then when, Fred? So what I'm guessing is when I first saw it, it's like Fred is holding out and Daphne's hot as fuck. And she's exhausted right now. She's in heat, and this man will not give her a sip. She is thirsty, and he's not giving her a fucking tiny morsel of. I was like, God damn. I found that pretty funny, actually. Say, no, Velma. Or no, Daphne. And Daphne's like, oh, she's just fucking.
So basically, he's not Shaggy, he's not simping.
No, apparently he's indifferent as fuck.
The real Chad of the show.
So we get to Velma's house and we meet her father, Amon Dinkley. Yeah, so it's Velma Dinkley. And he's a lawyer. And they talk a little bit. And how Velma's an outcast in school. Like if you'd act normal, maybe you'd be with normal kids. It's all played for laughs. And she's like, if you wanted me to act normal, you should have not dated the manager or the waitress of the Spooner malt shop when mom disappeared. And then you see the woman's name is Sophie. She's in the kitchen behind them listening to all this. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm not just a waitress, I'm also the owner of Spooner's malt shop. And she's pregnant with the mom's kid already.
It's odd.
Well, it's been 2 years.
Okay, so it's been 2 years.
Amon's moved on. Velma's the one. And the baby kicks suddenly. And so she's like, Amon, go get my camera and start taking photos. And Amon's like, oh, you got it. He goes, gets the camera. And she's, how do I put this? He starts taking photos normally, right? Sophie and Velma are talking while he's photographing. And then fucking Sophie strips off butt-ass naked on her pregnant body and to take more photos. And Velma's like, oh shit, she freaked out. I would freak out too. And it was just weird. It was a weird scene. Like she tells Velma like something, because I believe me, there's no dialogue I can take that's not meta. 90%. I'm trying to do a good deep dive because I messed up on the Inuyasha one, right? But I'm watching this like there's nothing I can do. I'm doing the best I can. This is the best I can. There's nothing like I can pull that.
But this was your punishment.
Apparently,
and it's obviously really good.
Because like you normally I can find dialogue that would heighten or enhance the storytelling.
Yeah.
But they don't say anything that has any meaning to the story. So Velma leaves, but she finds out that she's gonna have to work at the Spooner malt shop now. Sophie pulls up a fucking uniform. Velma's pissed. So we go to Spooner's malt shop, and all the kids are having a memorial there for Brenda.
Right.
And one of the girls, Krista, one of the popular girls, she's singing Brenda's favorite song. If you're horny, let's do it. Ride it, my pony. I got that part. I'm sorry, I had to. I heard the song 3 times. I had to. So then Michael's freaking out. So then Daphne gets on the mic, and she's like, here again. I don't know what to say here. What they said, right? Because it's mostly just incoherent to me.
Right. And
she tells everybody that Velma, the one who's working here right now, Velma's in the corner over there. She's in the corner giving fries to Daphne's mom's, who was sitting in the booth. I guess this is a small town. She's like, it was Daphne, or Velma's the one that's been accused of murder. And everybody's like, oh, Velma? They all freak out. All the students there from school.
Yeah.
So Velma's like, fuck. And then Daphne's mom's like, oh, that was a secret, Daphne. You got to keep a secret who the suspect is. So then Velma gets mad. She dumps the fucking fries, grabs a handful and shoves them in her mouth. And then she fucking leaves. And she goes through the back. And one of those big ass those gate doors that close hard as fucking.
Yeah.
In the back of the alley, just. And they make that satisfying rattle noise. Mm-hmm. That she goes through one of those. And there's like 1,000 cockroaches in the fucking alley. Just like kind of edging toward her, right? And she's like, well, fuck this too. And she tries to go back inside, but the door's locked from the outside. Because they lock from the outside.
Yeah.
People can't get into the fucking back of a restaurant from the back.
Right.
And she hears something. She's next to a dumpster at the door, and she hears something on the other side of the dumpster, and she's like, oh fuck, here we go. She goes around, and out of the fucking side of the dumpster fucking pops out Fred. He's like, oh shit. And he doesn't remember who she is. Like, who are you?
I can never remember who she is.
He doesn't remember poor people, apparently. Yes, that's something. It's a disease he has. And Fred's upset. He's ashamed of himself because he's been crying so much over Brenda's death. And he wants to be manly like his father because his father thinks he's not a coward, right?
Right.
And so it's like an actual, like, I was like, oh, I feel kind of bad for Fred. Like, he's fucking bawling his eyes out for the murder of someone that he knew. I think he said that it was his backup in case Daphne got too clingy. Some bullshit. I think he said that in the earlier scene. I can't remember.
And now she's already clingy.
Well, she all she wants is some dick, and Fred ain't giving up an inch of it. I don't know what the hell's happening. I'm so confused. So Velma, she's like, here, let me tell you a story. And she recounts her time with her mom and how the very first mystery she ever solved was finding out that her mom smoked cigarettes.
Right.
You have a little flashback montage. Velma's drawing this beautiful little kid stuff, like, oh, it's her and her mom together, right? Mm-hmm. Sunshine, rainbows, and butterflies. And the image of like the cigarette smoke, because the cartoon, it whiffs past her nose. She's like, what the hell's that smell? She goes outside. She catches her mom smoking. She shouldn't be smoking. And she sprays her mom with a hose. It's all really, PG family stuff. It's like, oh, okay, I get it. I'll stop smoking. Her mom goes back to her office and she finds the drawings of Daphne that drew of her and her mom. She's like, oh, and then she started giving her little mysteries to solve to, occupy her time. The first one was getting her idea juice, which is just a bottle of alcohol to drink. It's a little scotch next to her. Because her mom's a mystery writer. Like, she writes, fiction mysteries. And so, should have probably read more of this. I'm reading as I'm going. So over the years, Velma got really, really good at solving mysteries.
Right.
So it started when she was little, and then it kept going as she was getting older. So this is 2 years ago. So yeah, this is 2 years ago before the show started. She had found her Christmas present was a detective set that was in at the beginning of the episode that it's untouched. And but then she got really upset about it because she thought she ruined Christmas. She found her gift, so now she won't be surprised. Mm-hmm. And so her mom, feeling bad, her mom left that night to get her something that she's gonna wrap for Christmas morning. And she disappeared. That was the last time she ever saw her mom, was her leaving to go get her another Christmas present that she could unwrap. Right. The police, Daphne's moms, they're like the only two cops in town, apparently. That's what I'm looking at the moment. They find Daphne's mom's car in some woods somewhere, just abandoned. And nothing inside but her glasses and a Christmas present already wrapped up for Velma. And so she didn't need glasses, but she started putting her mom's glasses. So now she wears her mom's glasses all the time. Fucked up her eyesight. God. That's what it looked like. So she's like, I'm going to find my mom. I'm good at mysteries. I'll try to find her. So she goes to the location where the car still is, and she looks for clues. And
with the glasses, it's got like magnifying glasses, so
that's what's funny. She had her magnifying glasses and the fucking glasses she was wearing, so she must have been seeing the fucking molecules of atoms and shit at that point. And suddenly the guilt hits her that she feels that it was her fault her mom disappeared because she wouldn't have left
if she hadn't been a spoiled little brat, wanting another president.
Well, no, because she found the present. She thought she ruined Christmas. Mm-hmm. So her mom would not have disappeared had she not left, if she had not found... Basically what they say is if she had not solved that mystery, her mom wouldn't have left or disappeared. And it gives her a fucking heart attack. It gives her a panic attack. Yeah. And she starts having these hallucinations of like ghouls and like hands and creepy stuff grabbing her. And ever since then, she swore off of solving mysteries. So that's like the first time I've had some actual story. Right. Like, so she doesn't want to solve mysteries anymore because it gives her fucking panic attacks due to the guilt of her mom disappearing because she felt it was her fault. Like, finally, some actual story, something
to kind of grasp onto.
Yes, I'm like, God, finally, I can.
This is half of far into the episode.
Like fucking 59 minutes, seconds in. They feel like it never moves. It's like it's eternal. It's the slowest running episodes ever. So we go back to the present, and it makes Fred feel better. It's like, gee, thank you, person I don't know. And this fucking car down the alley, its lights turn on, and it comes fucking running down the alley. And I'm almost like, Fred, there's a car coming, we gotta go. And Fred, instead of, it got meta.
Again?
Yeah, like he's like, you're right. If people see me hanging out with you, I'll lose credibility as a cool kid or some shit, he says. And he fucking dips and knocks her down. And then the car...
Move, poor person.
Yeah, the car almost fucking... It stops right in front of Velma.
Yeah.
And out comes Norville. It's like, Velma, I found you.
Of course I said Velma.
I've been tracking your phone. I found you.
He knew where she was all along.
And so Velma, Norville tells Velma, like, did you get my VMs, my video or my voice messages? He keeps saying VMs and keeps explaining VMs or voice messages.
It's like we get it once. You know,
Yeah, he did it like fucking the whole like little bit. And I was like, oh boy, Norville. And he tells her that he might know who killed he knows who killed Brenda. And she's like, you do? Tell me. He's like, no, it's in my VMs. Did you get my VMs? They're voice messages. So she listened to one, right? Mm-hmm. And it says, like, he's talking like, oh, I know who killed Velma or Brenda. And then it cuts to them driving in the car. And now she's listening to another one. It says, like, so I guess I'm saying I don't know who killed Brenda. And I'm like, what the fuck? So what the fuck did you tell her the first message? So like 18 messages down, I guess what I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. He told her he doesn't actually know who killed Brenda. So they're in the car, and Norville does this thing where he's like, I hate drugs. You shouldn't do drugs. The Shaggy thing about weed.
Yeah.
So Norville doesn't like drugs. They hammer that into you immediately.
Oh, God.
So he starts wondering that he doesn't know who killed Brenda, but he may know who killed Brenda. Because so what happened was, he's been wondering why a very boring malt shop is the most popular place for teenagers in this town.
Right.
And he thinks it has to do with drugs. Don't do drugs. I hate drugs. Something like that.
But we all know Shaggy was a pothead.
So, well, guess we'll never know now. So Norville sent one of his reporters, mm-hmm. Brenda, to investigate the malt shop. And Brenda... he gave her his camera to photograph anything that she might find. And then one day, while she was investigating, before she died, she sent him a message that she found something really weird in the bathroom, but she didn't tell him what it was, and she took a picture of it. And then she died, or then she was killed. Mm-hmm. So Velma starts thinking, like, wait a minute. So now it's getting good to me. There's actual story. Yeah. Brenda was investigating something that may have got her killed due to something that Norville told her to investigate at the malt shop that Sophie, Velma's, I guess, stepmom, mm-hmm. owns. So I'm like, oh, here we fucking go. Started getting a chub. I was so happy. Like, I got a mystery chub. I'm like, here we go. I love me some mysteries. So Velma's like, wait a minute. Sophie just got a new camera. But we can't afford a camera. We're broke. My dad says so. That's why I can't get any new clothes. That's why she wears the same vest. They did a meta joke hard as fuck. So she's saying that they can't afford a new camera. Right. So where did Sophie get this new camera that she has all of a sudden? So now she's like, if I can get that camera and see what's on it, then I can have, Sophie arrested for the murder of Brenda. I won't get arrested for the murder of Brenda, and I'll have Sophie out of my life, and I won't go to jail because the cops are still going to arrest her in 24 hours. So her next plan is to find Sophie's camera. Mm-hmm. So Norville drops her off at her house, and she goes in, and Armand and Sophie are sleeping on the couch, and the camera's right there. So she fucking grabs it, picks it up, and starts going through the pictures. And she's like, oh my God. And then Armand wakes up, and he's like, it's true. It's 100% true. Sophie's been taking photographs of babies dressed up as vegetables. it's how she paid for the camera. I'm like, well, there goes that fucking mystery. Like that. Like in 2 fucking minutes. I was getting excited. I went flat as fuck after that. So it turns out that Sophie got that camera and paid for it by photographing babies for other families dressed up as vegetables. That's how she paid for her camera.
Most like random thing possible.
And then they stopped it quick. Like it was like that. The mystery.
Like there was no
that red herring was like done like immediately. It didn't even give it a time to like actually, toward the end of the episode, you find out Sophie's not the actual,
Right. Like they didn't even like they told you that it could be her, and then like 2 seconds later,
and they made it compelling enough that
it could be
because of the camera earlier. And I was like, oh, this is getting interesting.
But then they'd squash it within 2 seconds.
Fucking instantly. I was like, fuck. So then Velma's like, so if Sophie didn't kill Brenda, who did? And that fucking wakes up her fucking guilt ghouls, and they start going after her, and she starts having a panic attack. Her dad's being a dumbass. Like, what did you eat the gummy bears vitamins again? And she's fucking like, she's like legit having a fucking cardiac arrest. And what happened? So Sophie wakes up, and she's like, don't you see she's having a hallucination from her guilt? And she fucking starts bashing into her fucking chest to restart her heart. And it wakes her up. And so she comes back to life. Velma, they really fucking nonchalantly went through this. And you find out that the reason that Sophie's mall shop is so popular is she's got good food, good music, and she lets the teenagers fuck in the bathroom.
So they've already ruined that mystery too of why
The mall shop is popular?
Yeah.
Yeah, good music, good food, and she lets the teenagers fuck in the bathroom. That's 100% why it's so popular. So here's where here's another little part where it got like I felt some actual something from the show. Amon apologizes to his daughter Velma. He's like, I'm sorry I didn't believe in your hallucinations. I guess I should say that they were hallucinations because she sees these things attacking her. I'm sorry, this story just has me everywhere because there's nothing I can, pull from linearly. You know what I mean? Like one after the other because everything's back and forth. Everything's all meta.
Yeah.
I should have probably explained it was hallucinations he's been having that are causing cardiac or
I mean, that was pretty clear.
Okay, just making sure. I'm still getting better.
There's so much meta going on.
Like it's like clouding my fucking brain.
Listen, everything that you've went through already, this is episode 1?
Yeah, we got 9 more to go.
And it's already blowing your mind and just creating this rust that won't go away.
Yeah, like I'm trying to actually find the actual story, you know what I mean? Instead of just bit jokes throughout the whole episode. I'm like, fuck. So here's an actual good part of the actual episode. Amon apologizes for not believing that she had hallucinations.
Right.
But I've told you before, your mom didn't disappear because you solved a mystery. She left us. And Velma she gets angry. She's like, that's a damn lie. She did not leave us. She loved me. And she's like, why did I write big Brazilian booty on here? Don't mind what I'm doing on my free time. Here we go. So she's like, you may have been a big jerk, but mom loved me. I was I guess she was going to get a good kid.
Yeah.
But then she has another flashback like the one earlier with Fred. And then we see the same sequence that was earlier, but how she really was. Right. So she caught her mom smoking, right? She sprayed her with the hose to make her stop because smoking's bad for you. But she hits the water hits the cigarette and it goes into her mom's eye and fucks up her eye. The cigarette goes into her eye. So it's changed from what happened earlier when nothing happened. She just
my question, how the hell does water make a cigarette fly into your eye?
She hit it she was in her hand.
I know, but
I don't know.
Wouldn't it put it out?
Apparently not, because it fucking fucked up her eye. Because the next sequence, she had a fucking eye patch over her left eye. And so then she went to go see back to her office, her mom did. And she found the drawings, right? Mm-hmm. Earlier, there was her and her mom drawing together and butterflies and rainbows. Yeah. But what it really is fucking a dragon getting his tail cut off, creepy eyes, a mouth, a cat taking a shit, Those were what she actually drew. Not only did she draw those, but she drew them on her mom's manuscript for her finished book. So the next scene, her mom's at her laptop, and she's looking at, she's missing her, her drink's empty.
Yeah.
She pulls the top of the laptop down, and she sees Velma had drank her alcohol, and she was fucking shit faced. Velma was drunk, like, oh, she's like, my idea juice, and Velma falls, and she smashes the glass of alcohol right on the laptop and breaks it. So now we see how Velma really was. She was not the sunshine's daughter that she thought she was.
She was a little brat.
She was a handful, I would say, instead. So, it's so fucking weird. I wrote a cat taking a shit. And so Velma's like, fuck, maybe she did leave us. And she has like this epiphany, like if she did leave us, then why am I holding all this guilt for her being gone? I should just let it go. Be the new me. Be a better me. And she takes the unopened Christmas box that she's had all these years, these last 2 years. She fucking dumps in the trash. Like, it's about to be like, it's Britney, bitch. It's about to have a Britney, bitch moment. Is what's going to happen here in a second. So,
Oh, you're not even joking. Oh,
no,
God.
I'm not.
Oh, God.
So she's like, finally, I'm done. I'm going to be a normal social kid and forget about all this stuff. And the next day at school, the fucking doors swing open, and Velma's wearing like this dress and like this fucking sparkly shirt. It's Britney, bitch. And she just fucking walks in, and everybody's like, oh shit, Velma, is that you? Everyone's like fucking just head over heels for her, right?
Right.
It's all fucking amazing now. And she's all like, yeah, I'm the new me. So now that you're not, some guy asked her, now that you're not ugly, we can go out. I'm like, God damn. He said something to that effect. And then one of the popular girls was like, hey, Velma, you play cards? Because I'm called bullshit. I don't know. That didn't make any sense to me, but maybe it does to you guys. And you're only dressing up and acting all, normal because you want us to forget that you killed Brenda. And then all the fucking, like a fucking switch, all the students like, yeah, you're a fucking murderer. They all fucking turn on her immediately. They start throwing fucking paper, pencils, a fucking tomato, a banana peel.
Where the hell they get this?
I don't know. They just fucking tossing shit at Velma. And then one student, those fucking trays that you chop paper with? They have the blade on the end?
Yeah.
That she fucking picks it up and throws it at Velma's face. I'm like, God damn. So out of nowhere, Fred jumps in and catches that fucking thing, right? Mm-hmm. He fucking launches it back. It hits the wall. The fucking base rips off from the blade, and the blade chops up some kid's leg. So he just fucked up there's just a fucking decapitated or a legless person now. And no one acknowledges it. He's just, his leg is chopped in half. Like from the knee, it's gone. And and then he's like, everyone stop. And he tells like, I spoke to Velma last night in the alley. And from what we talked about and what I saw from her, she could not be the killer. She's just a scared, frightened little boy looking for some friends. And I'm like, oh, I thought he was projecting himself onto Velma. So they're all like, they start cheering Fred. Like, yeah, Fred, you're right. like he's just got that charisma about him. And so Velma, she's in the bathroom now. She's fucking cleaning her face with motherfucking tomato juice. And the lights go out. They come back on, and the fucking popular girls, Daphne and the lead, are behind her. So pretty much they stalked her. And she's like, if you want Fred so much, you can have him. And she's like, well, Fred. Velma's like, I don't want Fred. Like, I mean, if someone said he want to see a naked picture of Fred, I'd be like, yeah, but I don't want to date Fred. It's just a weird like sequence. And she's like, you can have Fred. I don't care. I don't want him anymore. Just good luck with him. He's so weird that he won't even let people watch. He kicks everyone out of the Spooner bathroom, the Spooner Mall Shop bathroom. When he has to go, like he kicks everyone out before he goes to the bathroom. She's like, good luck with that. And it clicked something in Velma's head. She's like, wait, the Spooner Mall shop bathroom. If Brenda was there, maybe she got a picture of Fred doing something. So now she thinks Fred is the...
Yeah.
Which I guess it's kind of like a quick, weird way to segue into Fred now being the murderer. Because they don't really set it up like that. God dang it. Keep hitting my fucking mic stand. We're real professional here, if you guys don't notice. So now she thinks that Fred is the murderer because of what Daphne said. Which I guess that's how detectives work. Like they'll hear some like weird and it'll like click in their head.
Yeah.
So I respect that. I've seen enough detective stuff, and I've had stuff like in my head like, wait a minute. Like just like random thoughts in your head.
Yeah.
That click just like it'll be like the most obscure thing, and it just clicks to whatever you were thinking earlier. Mm-hmm. It's like, what? Appalachian milk goats? So he was the killer. It just ran like it just like that's how detective brains work.
Yeah.
Like they just have so much information. It just clicks. So she Velma goes look for Norval because he's got the car. Mm-hmm. She can't drive. Or she's like, they're poor, as we've established. So when she sees I guess he's in his like little newspaper office, classroom, whatever the fuck it is, and he's looking at one of the. It's like why drugs are bad. Drugs are bad.
Oh God, still going on with that.
Yeah. Shaggy's he's black, by the way, if anyone wondered.
That's why they're trying to say the drugs are bad, because they don't want anybody to put two and two together. That's all it is.
I don't know. Like they just made Shaggy black. I'm like, it's whatever to me.
No, if he look like if I remember right, they drew him where he had dreads, right?
Little short locks, yeah.
Okay, but if somebody associated that with Jamaican and then weed,
oh yeah, well,
they can't have that.
That would be a stereotype.
Exactly. So drugs are bad, okay?
No, but to be honest, drugs are bad. Don't be doing heroin. So Velma thinks that Fred killed Brenda because she caught him doing something or something about him in the bathroom, and now like that kind of So she wants to go to. Or Nova's like, aren't you worried that if you investigate this, you'll have another panic attack? And she's like, I'm over that. I'm done with that. I ain't no problem no more. She figured out whatever was triggering her no longer triggers her anymore.
Right.
Her mom's disappearance, because her mom just left her because she didn't care, is what she's thinking. So Velma sneaks into Fred's house, a fucking gargantuan mansion. And Velma goes inside, and her phone suddenly rings, and it's Norval. He's like, I'm bored. Like she's trying to sneak inside the house. And her phone is fucking ringing top knob. Like, oh boy.
At least he didn't call him and just breathe.
So she's starting to investigate, and then she starts having another hallucination. She's like, oh shit, I thought it was over, but I guess I was wrong. And she looks over, and it's her mom. It's like, oh, this one isn't so bad. And her mom's like, oh, but it's about to get much worse. And she turned into this fucking massive monster. Like, oh, so her hallucinations aren't over. And she starts having like, this is like the panic attack of like it's time to die. Mm-hmm. Type of like you ever had those pains in your chest that happen randomly? You're like, oh fuck, this is the one. And then they go away. It's like that, but it's not gonna go away.
Yeah.
So she starts really freaking out because she feels like she's about to die. And Norva's like, you can't die. And like she's like, why? This is another one of the actual realness that I appreciated, like something. She's like, why? I'm weird and nobody likes me. She's fucking tears rolling down her eyes. It's like, so if I die, who cares? And he's like, oh, that's not true. I care. I like you, but I don't mean I like you. I like you. Like he was saying, he loved her.
Yeah.
And she.
Well, I mean, okay. Let's be fair. We kind of know this with the hundreds of messages that he leaves her.
Yeah.
So we knew this.
But she doesn't know this. So when he says that, like, but I like you, and she's like, what? Like, for a split second, the hallucinations disappear. But
Yeah.
then they come back. She's like, so Fred, or Norman, you're like a brother to me. You're so funny. Well, wait, that's it. Say something funny, make me laugh, and then the hallucinations will disappear. He's like, he was upset. Like, how quickly she brushed him off. So he's like, what did she? I wrote down what he says. Oh boy, here we go. So she encourages him to keep talking, right? To keep making her laugh so that the hallucinations appear. He says, "Your face is why I get up in the morning." And she fucking laughing her ass. I'm like, "Oh, Norval, you poor fuck." And then Velma's laughing, like, "Keep going, Norval, come on." He's like, "Oh," he's like, he's mad. Fucking, he's upset. He's like, "You're the main character in all my dreams." And the hallucinations stop. She's fucking laughing her ass off. So the hallucinations stop, and we're in Fred's room.
Right.
And she finds the camera underneath the his bed. Mm-hmm. Back outside, Norva's like, "Well, fuck." He's upset. Like, he just professed everything he had for her.
And all she did was laugh about it.
All she did was laugh in his fucking face. And some cop lights come on. He's like, "Oh, this is the last thing I need right now." So Velma looks under the bed, grabs the camera, and sure enough, on one of the little straps, on the strap for like you put around your neck, it says Norval. It's his camera.
Yeah.
He put his name on it. And she starts going through it. And it shows Krista. She was the one that did the song.
Yeah.
The that I sang a second ago. And she's making out with one of the some random other student, and Velma's like, "Oh, get it, Krista." And then she sees a bunch of videos of Fred, he's kicked everyone out. Mm-hmm. There's one of him looking toward where the camera is, but he's not looking at the camera. He's just looking that way. Yeah. One where he's turning, and then one where he's at the urinal. Mm-hmm. Just 3 pictures. When you see him, there's nothing to him. Yeah. So you don't think anything about it. But then Fred comes out of the bathroom. He had just taken a shower. He's wearing a white bathrobe. Yeah. He's like, "Well, looks like you figured out my secret, huh, Velma?" And Velma's like, "What?" And he's like, he fucking shows her his leg. And it's like, it's smooth as a fucking baby seal. Like it's so smooth. It's like glowing, like off of the light. And she's like, "What, you're hairless?" It's like, "Not hairless. I haven't gone through puberty yet. I'm a late bloomer." So I guess when she took a picture of Fred when he was turning to unzip his pants, she took a picture of his dick. And you find out in one of the later episodes that it's the size of a baby carrot. And so he was like, his father tells him he has to keep the secret, right? Yeah. Or you'll be humiliated. Of course, I'd be humiliated, like a fucking baby carrot. I'm like, God dang. So he's like, I'm gonna have to do to you what I did to Brenda. So he puts his hand in his bathrobe, and he starts coming toward Velma, and they do like a really evil look. Yeah. It's like, well, I guess he's getting murdered. She's getting murdered then, is what it looks like. And then 2 gunshots go off. Boom, boom. You look down, and they shot him in both fucking kneecaps. They fucking clipped him, and Fred in both of them. He's like, "Oh shit!" He falls down. And out of his pocket, his hand comes out of his bathroom, and out of there's a pen and a checkbook. Yeah. And at the doorway is Daphne's mom's. They're like, oh, they got their guns up and they're smoking. And Norval comes in like, "Velma, you okay?" He's like, "Oh, I'm good." It's like, "Well, it looks like we got ourselves the killer." Like, his friend's like, "The killer? I didn't kill anybody." And Velma's like, "What? You think you're going to do to me what you did to Brenda? I was going to pay you off to not tell anybody. I can't kill anybody." So they pretty much arrest Fred. Yeah. And Velma and Norval drops Velma back off at her house. And she's like, "I thought your hallucinations were done." And she's like, "Well, apparently they're not done. I guess it's So here's another good, like, it was like she still feels guilty about her mom. And it's because she knows that her mom loved her and she wouldn't just abandon her. Mm-hmm. She pulls out the present from the trash, and on it says like "to from," right? Mm-hmm. It says "to Velma," but where it says "from," it's scratched out and it says "love Dia," her mom. So clearly, she still has to figure out what's going on with her mom. So she's not over the guilt. Yeah. The hallucination is going to be there for the rest of the season, it looks like. I actually respected that part. It was an actual story. Something like they didn't just throw it away, right? She still feels guilty that her mom's gone, and she feels like she needs to figure out why. Right. Because she knows that her mom loved her, and she needs to find her. Like, I get that. So Velma's like, well, I'm done for the day. She goes in, right? She sees some cockroaches on the ground around. So she pulled out the box from the trash. Next to the trash is the box for the recycle. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of cockroaches around that. And she's like, ugh. And she fucking leaves, right? Rob was like, that's weird. So then he looks in the recycle bin. And he's like, oh, shit, Velma, you might want to come see this. And she comes in. Or she comes over and she looks and it's Krista from earlier. Mm-hmm. And she's dead. The fucking trash, the recycle bin tips over and same MO. She's got no fucking brain. That's now 2. And the episode ends right there. Now that's 2 people killed. 2 of the popular girls. Mm-hmm. Not only that, both of them in Velma's location. Her locker room and now her house. That right there gave me a mystery chub. Like, oh, we got ourselves a real mystery then. Someone's either trying to frame Velma or they're trying to get Velma's attention. So, people, I tell you, I'm going to be... See, there's good, but it is so much bad. My God.
Now, so far, this was episode 1, right?
Yes.
On a 1 to 10 for episode 1, what is your score?
For the mystery stuff?
For all the entire show.
A fucking 2. For the mystery stuff, a fucking 10 out of 10. Because I'm curious.
Okay, so for out of what percentage of the show is actual mystery versus what percentage of the show is just
95% meta, 5% mystery, 5% actual story.
Okay.
And even the actual story, they try to play it off sometimes as a joke, which makes me mad as fuck. Like, I see so much potential.
That's what I was going to say. So there would have been potential had they not
gone down this meta route where they just keep making jokes about.
So what you're also telling me is that this entire season probably could have been one 30-minute episode of Scooby-Doo.
They could have done like, at this point, it seems like it, yeah.
You know, like put the actual story into one 30-minute episode.
Because I barely got, like, from what I told you, the story stuff is like minimal compared to like just the random throwaway jokes.
So
had they just done a regular show, like done the comedy to come out of the show,
right,
and not force the comedy into the show,
mm-hmm,
it would have been a great show. Be like a fucking hit right now. HBO would have a hit if they would have just focused on doing a modern version of the Scooby Gang, rated R, sure.
Right.
Make them diverse if you want to. It's fine with me. But just keep out all the weird, random bullshit. They're like fucking Teen Titans Go, is what it felt like. Just random shit constantly. But I'm gonna figure out.
So my I know you're gonna watch the rest of the episodes.
I got no choice now. I gotta solve me a mystery.
Hopefully you're not disappointed later on.
Man, if they throw away the, I'm gonna be so fucking mad.
But you're telling me basically that the Rotten Tomato and the IMDb,
yeah, they weren't wrong.
They weren't wrong.
No, my God. If I didn't love mystery so much, I'd have not.
Well, that's another thing. This is your genre of show, and yet
it was rough.
Just you explaining it alone, you're grabbing your head like,
yeah, like
oh, son of a bitch.
Like, I'm trying to figure out how to tell a coherent story, like
trying to extract from the episode
the actual
content.
Story. Yeah.
Oh man!
Like if I wrote down all the weird jokes and bullshit bits they did,
yeah,
it would make no fucking sense. I've been talking for over an hour on a show that's basically like 5 minutes long.
You can create the content. That's all on you.
I'm good at it. Well, I'm getting better at it. I'm trying, people. So one of the things that happened at the beginning of the episode was the going through a room, right? Mm-hmm. And there was a little Easter egg from one of the original episodes from I'm talking about like the 1960s, 70s. Where are you, Scooby Doo? Mm-hmm. There was a mask from one of their old episodes, and I looked up the episode, and it was on HBO Max as well.
Right.
So I lucked out. So I figured I will continue the show a little bit with that episode that I watched. It's called Jeepers, It's the Creeper. Mm-hmm. October 3rd, 1970. So we got Velma. We just watched episode 1. So now we're going to talk about one of the old episodes. This one's a lot shorter, by the way. It's 22 minutes, but it's not that long.
Yeah.
And at the end, we'll pause it for a little bit, or you guys should pause it when I get to the unmask, and think if you can figure out who did it from what I tell you. All right, so when we start the theme song, the fucking it's Scooby Dooby Doo. I was like, oh man, I was like, oh, I love it. It's the middle of the night, deserted road. There's a car going down this dirt road, and it's a bank guard, just I guess going home or doing something. And he gets to this fucking part of the road, and there's this big ass log across it, right? He gets out, he's like, well, guess I better move this fucking 800-pound log. And he starts pushing on it, right? Like, yeah, like he's gonna move it all by himself. Like, it's like the full length, like, it's not like a piece, it's like the whole tree just fell down.
Yeah.
So out of the bushes comes the creeper. Now, the creeper's got a green mask, he's got a Frankenstein type suit, red hair, and he's like, it's the creeper. I don't know how else to explain him. And he comes out of the bush and he's like, well, I'm about to beat this guy's ass. And that's all we see. It cuts to the Scooby gang in their fucking famous Mystery Mobile.
Yeah.
And I never realized what their age was throughout this, watching these as a kid. Mm-hmm. But they're going down to a school dance that's being held at a barn.
Yeah.
So they're going down the same road that the car was. And they're all excited, like, oh, I can't wait to go to the this barn dance. It's gonna be awesome. Shaggy's like, I can't wait for that chocolate syrup corn on the cob. I'm like, what the fuck?
See, pothead right there.
Okay. Scooby's in the back, right? He's putting on his big ass bow tie. He's fucking putting gel in his hair, combing his hair. Scooby's gonna go fuck tonight, is what he's up to. Like, he's planning for a good old time.
See, this already has more story.
Well, because it's just being itself the whole way through. There's no meta jokes. I don't even think meta existed back then.
Or if it did, they did it better.
Yeah. So they get to the fucking car. Like, what's that up ahead? And it's the bank guard. And they stop and they go out to see what's going on. And he's fucking knocked out against the tree. He's like, oh fuck. And the car's just fucking trashed. They go up to the guard like, hey, you okay? And he wakes up and he's like, you can here, take this paper. He's like, the flame will tell the creeper. And he fucking passes out. And they're like, the flame will tell the creeper? And then Scooby, I guess there are certain letters he can't pronounce. Like, the reaper. I thought he said raper the first time I saw the episode. Oh, God. The reaper. Like, oh, shit. So, Scooby finds, the car is pristine on the outside, but fucking trashed on the inside. Like, the fucking creeper just ripped out the fucking seats and everything. I'm like, God dang, what the fuck was he looking for? So Scooby finds a piece of paper on the floor, and it's the address to the bank president. Like, oh, and you know, they're like, oh, it's nearby. Let's drop off the. They don't have cell phones back then, 1970.
Yeah.
So they're gonna take the guard to the bank president's house because they found the address. Mm-hmm. And they're at the house. Mr. Carswell is the bank president's name. And the guards, he passed out again, so he's just sleeping on the couch. He's like, oh, I'm glad you guys brought him here. We've had some weird things going on. And Fred gets off the phone. He's like, the sheriff's not there. He's not at the police station. He's out of town. He won't be back for a few hours. So like, fuck. So Mr. Carswell asked the kids if they found any clues. Like, just this blank piece of paper with the message, the flame will tell the creeper.
Right.
And they're like, who the hell is the creeper? And Carver's like, the creeper's been this phantom that's been robbing their bank every night for the last few weeks. Every time they get robbed, all the doors and windows from the inside are locked. They're like, so how does he get through? Like, oh, he just phases through the walls. He just goes through the mist. And he says something. They're like, whoa, damn. And Fred's like, fuck all that. We got a barn party to go to. That's basically what he says. Not the swear word. So he's like, you kids go along. Mr. Carver's like, you kids go along. I'll take care of the guard when the sheriff gets here. And they're like, well, they're still kids. Yeah. They want to party. So they leave. And I even put in basically Fred's I wrote down basically Fred said, fuck that. And we gotta go. I wrote that down. I forgot what I wrote down. So at the barn dance, everyone's fucking dancing. All the kids. There's a bunch of kids there. Or late teens.
Yeah.
they're doing the weird like the motion back and forth because they don't have a lot of animation. I'm like, oh boy. So for Shaggy and Scooby, they're dancing and they dance over to the buffet. And it's like, oh boy, corn on the cob covered in maple and chocolate syrup. He dips it in the chocolate syrup, a whole corn on the cob, right? And then he eats it. Listen to me, people. He eats it lengthwise. Like he deep tries like it's like 8-9 inches. Like boy, oh boy. I'm like, oh my god.
It's like, we're just gonna bypass this here.
So outside, the creeper starts rolling in. He's like, and he goes up to the little power outlet. Mm-hmm. He flips it open and he knocks all the power out in the barn. Everyone freaks out inside, like, oh, what the fuck? We can't have a party in a dark ass barn. It's creepy. So Fred's like, everybody relax. Like, this is where he shows his leadership abilities. Like, here's what we'll do. We'll all meet up back at the malt shop. The malt shop's like, oh, so it's part of the canon. And we'll continue the party there. Everybody's like, hell yeah, let's get out of here. Everybody leaves. Fred, Daphne, and Velma are in the mystery machine, still waiting for Shaggy and Scooby. Like, come on, guys, hurry up. It's like, we'll be right there. We're just cleaning up. They're not cleaning up. They're eating the whole fucking buffet.
See? Pothead.
Okay, he's a pothead. What do you want me to say? The man knows him some fucking ganja. So they eat everything. Like, all right, Scoob. They put all the paper plates in a box. All right, Scoob. Now we're just gonna put these paper plates in the back. They're like, okay. They pick up the box of paper plates and they fucking take them out to the back. Let's put them next to that creepy ass scarecrow. And it's not the scarecrow. It's a fucking creeper. And he's like, paper. I can't even do a voice. He keeps saying paper. Paper. A paper. I can't even do the voice right. I was like, what the fuck? He just kept screaming paper the whole episode. So they're like, oh well, it's time to scoot. And fucking they dip Scooby and Shaggy like they do. They're like, oh my god, this is a scared thing. Mm-hmm. But I wish they'd do like a serious one-time like, well, Scooby, it's time for us to get the fuck out of here. So they run because they freak out. Daphne, Velma, and Fred, like, where are you guys? And Shaggy, because they got out of the van. Shaggy and Scoob knock into Velma and drop her to the floor. And they fucking jump into a hay bale. Just a bunch of hay. And they're like, what are you guys running from? It's like that. And the fucking creeper's coming. He's screaming paper. And so Velma and Daphne fucking dip into the hay with Shaggy to hide. And Fred and Daphne, yeah. So Velma's laying there looking for, like, where the fuck are my glasses? My glasses. And so they just leave her there. And then when she puts her glasses on, she sees the fucking creeper. And they fucking, she dips too. So like, we got to get out of here. Well, once they're all in the hay, they all fucking dip. So we have a little musical montage. He keeps screaming paper. It's a creepy character, by the way. If you guys ever watched that episode, you should check it out. Just the creeper was an interesting villain. So they have one of those music montage runs where they run around while the villain's chasing them that Scooby-Doo's famous for. Yeah. And it ends with the gang hopping onto a horse-drawn carriage, a wagon, basically. Mm-hmm. And them and the horse dip, and the creeper follows behind him in his own horse. I'm like, where did you guys get I'm not even going to question. I'm just going to go with the flow. They have a fucking carriage all of a sudden. So they're fucking dipping off. They're running. The horse is hauling ass. The creeper's right behind him on his horse. And the gang's wagon hits a rock, and it detaches the wagon from the horse. So Fred, Daphne, and Velma fall into a ditch in the wagon, but Shaggy, because he's holding onto the reins, and Scooby, they end up going with the horse. They're just fucking dangling in the air. So the horse stops abruptly at a cliff. There's a cliff, right? And he's like, well, I'm not gonna fall through the cliff. The horse stops, and it fucking sends Shaggy and Scooby into a hen house at the bottom. They fucking crash down there. So like the creeper starts following after him, right? So they hide in the hen house. The creeper goes in, opens the door. He's like, paper, paper. He doesn't say, like, I wish he'd say paper. Like, he always screamed it right. Mm-hmm. But if he like said like a normal voice, like paper, paper, I would have laughed my ass off. So he looks in. Scooby's on one of the little hay beds for the hens. Yeah. And the creeper's like, that's a tall ass chicken, and he fucking leaves. Scooby's got one of those red rubber gloves over his head. He's not even close to a chicken, but it's the kid's cartoon. I'll let it go. So they leave, or no, the creeper leaves, and then like, well, all right, Shaggy comes out of the bottom of one of the hays. He's like, let's get out of here, Scoob. And Scooby had been sitting on this little egg, and it hatches, and now the little chicken imprints onto Scooby. And Scooby tried to tell it that you're a chicken and I'm a dog. I bark and you squawk, I guess. And then the fucking chicken starts barking too. So for the rest of the episode, this little chick follows Scooby everywhere. So we come back to Velma, Daphne, and Fred. They're getting out of the wagon. The wagon's fucking turned over. I'm surprised they didn't die. I'm surprised Scooby and Shaggy didn't die too, actually.
Getting drugged by a horse.
Yeah. They're like, man, we got to start figuring out what's going on. We got to start looking for some clues. And one of them is like, well, we can start with that. And they find this car just hidden in some bushes. They go through it. They don't find any identification, nothing. Except on the floorboard is torn up negatives, like film negatives. And then Velma says, she said this word for word, somebody doesn't want somebody to see a picture of somebody. I was like, okay. So they're like, well, we got to find Shaggy and Scoob and, meet back up. So while they're doing that, Shaggy and Scooby are walking through the woods, and the creeper fucking finds them again. So they dip again. Like, it's just like a little random. I don't know why they decided to... Why have the creeper find him twice? Yeah. But they find the creeper finds Shaggy and Scooby again. They run the other way. And then Fred and Velma and Daphne are walking. And they hear footprints. Like, it has to be the creeper. Let's hide behind these trees. And when I say jump, we jump the fuck out of them. So they're like, all right. So they're like, now. And they jump, and they have that little dust thing, like the fight dust storm, where you can't see who's fighting. They're like, we got the creeper. They're just beating the hell out of somebody. The dust disappears, and it's fucking Shaggy and Scooby just laid out on the ground. Fred's got his fucking hands over both their heads, just pinning them down. It's like, thanks a lot, guys. You caught us. Like, oh, we thought you were the creeper. Like, well, obviously I'm not. Am I? So, damn, it's windy out there. You can hear the wind, can't you? I know I can. Can you? All right, so after the gang gets back together, they find some footprints on the ground. Like, oh, this must be the creeper's footprints. Let's follow him and see where his lair is or whatever. So they follow the footprints, and they end up, the footprints end at a gorge. Just a drop, and on the other side of the gorge is a cave, and on that other side of the cave is one of those little rope and plank bridges that you can roll up. Yeah. And it has two ropes coming back to their side, so you push it that way, and you can walk across the bridge, and then you can roll it up, and no one can come across. So Fred's like, Scooby can walk across the ropes and unfurl the plank bridge, and Scooby's like, who's gonna do what? Now, will you do it for a Scooby snack? And he's like, fuck yes, I'll do it for a Scooby snack. So he gives him a Scooby snack, but the little chick eats it instead. So Scooby's mad as fuck about it for like a second, and he's like, oh, they're all laughing because the chickie ate the Scooby snack. So Scooby walks across this fucking rope to get to the other side, and they do a whole comedy thing where he's about to fall. They show the gorge is like fucking hundreds of miles down. I'm like, well, damn. Scooby gets to the other side, and he fucking unfolds the plank bridge. So now the rest of the gang go over, and inside is a bunch of little smoke and stuff. Looks like someone's cooking something, right? And they come across this old white guy, like shaggy beard, really unkept clothes, just like a hobo. He's like, hello, I'm the hermit of the hill. Nice to meet all of you. He's really happy and jovial with them. Though they're a little apprehensive about him, and they think he might be the creeper. So he's like, come on, I'm about to have dinner. Come have dinner with me. So they're like, should we trust him? It's like, I don't know. You know Scooby and Shaggy's appetite, right? So he's like, here, have a taste. And Shaggy has the taste. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, oh, it's squirrel stew with pickled bat wings and crabgrass roots. I'm like, what? So they're like, fuck all that. And they all leave, right?
Right.
They all run. And the fucking hermit, like, he was happy and fun at first, right? He gets really mad. Like, come back. And he starts screaming at him to come back, like mad as hell. So I'm like, well, damn. He turned on a dime. So the gang runs out, and he did that like come back where like it does it 3 times, and then it's like the echo on the last one, come back. He did that, yeah. And so they get back to the mystery man. Mm-hmm. They're like, well, we got to go to the sheriff, let him know about the hermit, because I think he's the creeper. They open the door to the fucking mystery machine, and in the driver's seat, the creeper's sitting there. He's like, paper? You got my paper? I'm like, oh my God. So they have another chase sequence. Uh-huh. And it goes on for a minute or two. Everybody but Scooby ends up in one of these like hay bale machines, like where they put hay in, mm-hmm. and out the other side comes out like those little squares of hay. Yeah. With like rope tied around it.
Like the bales of hay.
Yeah. So they all get stuck in there except for Scooby, and Shaggy's like, Scooby, do something. So he turns it on, and out comes everybody in their own hay bale, just stuck inside, including the creeper. Right. So now the creeper's stuck in there. So we got the creeper. So so Scooby unmasked the creeper. So here's the part where I asked you guys, from what I've told you and what you've seen so far, who do you think the creeper is? Now, bear in mind, a good mystery is fair. Mm-hmm. It gives you all the clues and all the suspects throughout the book, the movie, TV show, and then it lets you solve it if it's fair. Mm-hmm. Now, we have 2 suspects, the Hermit on the Hill, Mr. Carswell. We have a piece of paper. We have a car. We have a piece of paper that's supposed to tell who the creeper is, but they don't know how to activate it. We have a car that had torn up negatives of a picture that someone didn't want anyone else to see. We have a crazy hermit out in the woods. So we have the 2 suspects. It can't be the bank guard, because we saw the creeper with him in the scene. Mm-hmm. So we have whoever you see in the scene with the villain is not going to be them, unless they want to do like a plot twist that they were in it together. Yeah. So it can't be the bank guard. He got his ass beat by the creeper not too long ago. So we got 2 suspects. What do you think it is?
My guess, it's going to be the bank owner,
Mr. Carswell. Mm-hmm. You are correct, because it was Mr. Carswell. They're all like, Mr. Carswell. So the scene cuts a little bit time passed. The cops got the Mr. Carswell arrested. It's like, I got you. The sheriff's there. I got you. Message, kids. I went to Mr. Carswell's house. I didn't find Mr. Carswell, but I found the bank card tied up in the basement. I'm like, well, damn. And then the kids explain what happened to the sheriff, no less. If I was the sheriff, like, what the hell you kids tell me about solving mysteries?
Well, we already seen in Velma that there's only they're
inept as fuck.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what happened was, Mr. Carswell would he was the last person that would leave the bank every night, being the bank president. He would fill his suitcase, his briefcase with money, lock it up, leave, come back in the middle of the night dressed up as the creeper, stand at the front of the door, right? Wait for someone to see him, and then he would dip. So it would always make it look like the creeper, some phantom, was constantly robbing the bank. Yeah. What he didn't count on was that the guard, without him knowing, had put up an infrared camera up on by the safe, in front of the safe. He said it was hidden, but when you look at it, it's a big ass fucking block on the wall. How the fuck you didn't see that? It's beyond me. It took a picture of him while he was robbing the bank. Mm-hmm. And the flame will tell the creeper, well, you have to put flame up behind the photo, and it would reveal the picture. Yeah. So they do that, and then there it is, Mr. Carswell. And Mr. Meddling Kids. So that's it. That's the story.
But that actually had
an actual mystery.
A story.
Yeah.
Like there was if you had enough intelligence, you could figure it out pretty simply.
That was pretty. They give you the suspects pretty quick.
But then again, we're taking into account this is a kid's show. Mm-hmm. Like it was made for younger people,
Still good though.
but not rated R.
No.
Yet it still had more of a story than Velma.
Yeah.
That's not meant for kids. That's scary.
It's just, I don't know. Storytelling's gotten a little bit lax lately.
A little bit.
You got good storytelling, all right? You got to put it together.
Like, okay, you could have taken that original story from Scooby-Doo. Okay, you've already alluded to it with the mask and Velma.
I guess it was just an Easter egg. I don't know. There was no reference to it. I saw other than the malt shop. There was nothing to connect them.
I'm just saying, you had the time to put in the Easter egg for it.
Right.
You couldn't just do a whole new episode, even if it was R-rated.
Well, like a remake?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be pretty awesome.
Like that, like, okay, she's already going back, well, this is the first mystery that I saw, and then the whole cockroach sex scene. And then you could, I don't know, to me, you could have redone one of those old kids type shows, turned it into R-rated, if you wanted to go that route, and still made it more interesting instead of a bunch of meta references that nobody gets and
a lot of bit jokes that were just like, oh man.
Yeah.
Wait for episode 2 though.
Thank you for your contribution to this.
So I guess that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 10 weeks worth of episodes. I'm going to watch an episode of Velma. Hey man, I want to find out who murdered Brenda and Krista.
And you won't ever know till the very last episode either.
And it would probably be some random throwaway joke too.
Yep. Yeah.
It was me, Velma. I killed him myself. I did kill him.
It was me all along. She blacked out by having one of those panic attacks and
She
just
murdered people. That'd be fucking hilarious. I'll deep dive one of those episodes, and then I will do one of the originals, and we'll send. You guys can solve it with us.
All right. Well, we look forward to that next week.
When I'm fucking an 85-year-old man.
You're gonna have so much gray hair by the end of the series.
Jesus, I've got a gray hair. Never mind. A pubic gray hair, which I wish it kind of looks kind of cool. A nice little salt and pepper shaker around your shaker.
Oh.
We're old, is what we're saying. Okay, so let's finish up with some nice Urban Dictionary
What you got?
definitions. This one was random as fuck.
Most of them are, so.
Yes, I guess that's true. Uploaded by Eliza on November 22nd, 2007. Taco Twins. Two girls named Elizabeth and Jo Beth who star in a wildly popular video called Taco Town. I looked up this video, Taco Town, on YouTube. Couldn't find it. I was going to look it up on Pornhub, but it gave me flashbacks of Two Girls, One Cup, so I did not. So I don't know what they're referencing. I don't know what Taco Town is.
Taco Town.
I've never heard of it. Never heard of Elizabeth or Jo Beth starring in a wildly popular video called Taco Town. I looked up Taco Town all over YouTube. Nothing. I didn't want to look it up in Pornhub because I didn't want to however horrors would show up. So we'll just leave it at that.
Traumatized.
Man, I read up on Urban Dictionary the definition of Two Girls, One Cup, and just reading them made me nauseous. I can't even imagine watching it.
Yeah. Please do not look that. If you've never seen it, please don't ever look it up.
Just don't. All right. So, uploaded by Peppy Shaken on September 25th, 2013. Love Diamond. It's a good old colloquial term for a woman's vagina. Kind of liked it, actually. Good old Love Diamond. I liked it. I don't know. Like I am a pervert. Although I say I'm a pervert, but I'm one of those distinguished perverts. Women have to be of age, 18 and older.
So you're saying you're not a pedophile, which is good.
I'm not a pedophile. I'm not into bestiality. I'm not into rape play, age play, incest. I'm a distinguished pervert. I like big titties, big asses, every skin type, skin tone. 18, between 18 and 70. I'm into, petite to plus size. I guess I'm just into the variety of that is ladies.
And now you might find yourself a Love Diamond.
That would be awesome. I just love ladies. I'm not into bondage or food play or foot stuff. Or I'm not Quentin Tarantino.
Oh God.
I'm not into that either.
The sad thing is, you're not into any of these things, but you know the categories of every single one of them.
As I said, I'm a distinguished pervert. We know it all. But that's how we know what we like. That's what a distinguished pervert is. We are very well educated in all things sexual. So that's why we have our specific preferences.
The more you know.
You're going to know a lot about me. I can tell you that already. I'm not ashamed about anything that I'm into. Uploaded by Wiley E. Coyote on June 8, 2006. Roadrunner. When a man blindfolds a woman and with a woman bent over against a wall has sexual intercourse with the woman from behind. While having sex with the woman, the man paints a railroad tunnel on the wall and runs away while the blindfolded woman is run down by a cartoon train. You're welcome. I don't know, man. I just read them. They get real weird.
Oh, God.
Well, that's it for this episode. A long one because I owed you guys a better one than Inuyasha.
You suffered, I think, for this episode.
I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it. You know, I kind of enjoyed Velma, even with all its 100 faults.
And yet, you would still give it
a 2 out of 10. I'm just saying, it was a terrible story. But I like bits of it. Like the mystery stuff was just spot on. I mean, come on, there's something going on.
You had to. I'll put it this way, okay. You may have not hated it, but you did have to work for that.
Yeah, I had to make sure. I had to find the real story within that.
Just listed as that.
Well, I don't know what it's trying to be. Whether it's trying to be a legit story or whether it just wants to be a throwaway comedy bit.
Yeah.
Once it finds its voice, it might be a good show.
Well, we'll find out.
But episode 2. All right.
But with that, we will go ahead and end the episode. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you again on the next one.
Bye-bye.